Yo, so we have built the Vortex in Time, and this is a little making of kind of walkthrough. Got some other videos on a lot of the how-tos and stuff that I put together a little bit here and there while I was going through making the coaster. Just to give you an idea, this is where we're at, and I'm going to switch this over to daytime. I just love the freaking colors on a lot of this stuff. In this little steampunk area that I got going on, let's just move it to PM and hurt my eyes. I'm blind now. Put your sunglasses on. Alright, so here's where we are in the theme park. This is the steampunk area. Ferry coaster area over there. Main center area. Pirate. Alright, let's drop back down. So I want to show you what I've done here from the get-go. When I build some paths back here, eventually connect all this together. So they got this pre-made coaster, the steampunk theming, the Chronologica, amazing indoor ride, again, pre-made thing that I didn't put together, someone else made. Actually, I think the same guy made all three of these, probably built a whole theme park with this steampunk stuff, did a really good job. So I'm going to connect all this eventually to what I built, which is the Vortex in Time. And I added this little theming right here, put a path down to connect it all underneath. Behind this gear and clock building is the path to the ride. So we'll come up, my path will come along this side and eventually connect to this area. Try and put some other things in there. But this is essentially the entrance to the Vortex in Time roller coaster. And that's it back there. So put these two towers here. There's clocks on either side of the towers. As you'll see here, some clocks on each side. Same thing on the other side of this tower, same thing on the other side of this tower. So we're starting with our clock theme. And like every good ride in the world, you gotta have shops as you come out. Restrooms back here. So there's food and drink, buy some hats, souvenirs. There goes the coaster right there. That's the exit to the roller coaster. And this is the entrance line right here. So that's the back of that building I was just showing you a minute ago. That's the fast pass line right down here, which goes underneath and directly towards it. But the queue line just goes back here. It doesn't go very far back here. It's a little trapeze artist thing here. It's still the back of the Chronologica, but you can see the coaster going back here. Again, I just tried to put as much steampunk type gears and clock towers and stuff in here as I could. Got the little hover train back here. It's kind of hard to see on the coaster because when you go by, you kind of dive under it so quick you can't really see it unless you take the camera and manually shift it up into the air. But it's a little overview of the coaster coming through. Right. So we're going to go down underneath here. There's no real wrapping around down here. It's a long enough line. I didn't make it wrap around too much. And this waterfall was part of the other pirate coaster in the back. Technically, this tunnel right through here, the coaster actually goes through there. So that's the pirate coaster back there. Pirate original Whirlpool coaster. And I just left it because I liked the waterfall there, so I decided to actually leave the ground open there and put the waterfall coming through. Got a couple little clocks in this little room. Hopefully I'm not making you guys too sick and too dizzy with all the spinning. And here's the entrance. Just added some clocks in here, some lighting, built the little building around it, and that's just your main platform entrance for getting on and off the ride. All this chiseled out down here is just basically underground. I'll come back to it in a minute because we're going to do a whole overview of the whole coaster. But that's it. You can see it going. Here it comes right now. just a big underground area. Alright, but let's go forwards through the track. Coaster's going to catch up with us in a second. This door opens up. It's your lift hill, the clock tower. There's this other little clock tower area thing here. If you watch my other video, you see I had some other stuff here that it just didn't really work with the theming. You had like a how-to guide to make people understand what the hell it was I was doing with the theming, so I decided it's not gonna work. Just try to keep it simple and just stick with the clocks and the gears and stuff. You can see a little sneak peek back there of the main drop in the background. Just go right through and you can see it. It's that main room with the straight down drop into the whirlpool. The Vortex, as we call it now, on this ride. Back through here. This little clock room with all the crazy clocks on the wall. This one you couldn't even see as the doors open so last minute as you're coming through. Kind of see this one. You can see this. Anyhow, I came in here. I thought about doing a lot of stuff with the lights. I wanted to put lights in the waterfall and have like the whole waterfall be lit up like blue or red or something. I tried it. In the daytime, you can't see the lights at all. At nighttime, what it ends up doing is, you see the lights, you see the color of the lights, but then you can't see any of the water. And then what you do see with the lights is the actual piece, the scenery piece, the little spray jet. So you don't see the actual water, but you see the jet scenery piece, and you see them everywhere, because there's one here, one here, one here, one here. You'll see these little spray jets everywhere, but there's nothing coming out. It just looks really bad when I try to do it, so I just said screw it. I'm just going to have to go without. There's this little piece. We'll do a quick flyby around the track as it goes over the Chronologica and around. A little hot air balloon in the background. Small airship. Does its little circle around. Goes under the train. Back through this way. And this long bridge thing. There is a clock up here. There we go. It's really hard to see at daytime. At night, you just go through this part so quick it ended up not being really visible on the ride, but it's there. One more clock in the world of 100 clocks. There's another one of these tower things. I added another clock on this side so you can see it. Keep the clock here, but it's a really cool little contraption. Whoever built that, God knows how much time they spent putting it together. This is actually two clocks. I wanted it to be more purple looking, so I put red and blue together. Kind of gave it a little bit of the color I wanted, but the thing is, because they're not perfectly in sync, as you go by, from one angle you see the red and the other angle you see the blue. It's actually kind of funny looking, so I just left it. I kind of weirdly liked it. I don't know. And you go through this area so quick you don't really get a chance to see the water effects. That can be the problem a little bit on the roller coasters. Just the physics and the effects. The water is missed when you're going so quick on the roller coaster. It's like it can't process it or something. I don't know why the water just disappears once you go too fast. That was still a part of the theming for the other coaster. Still works here and covers everything up. Through the tunnel. So a clock with like a little flywheel on it. It's just some little tricks you can do just to put these. So the clock is one piece, and then this is actually like a propeller for an airplane that you can put on there, and if you just put it at the right place, it makes it look like it's going super fast, but it's really two separate things. You know, gears on either side, this little dome overhead. It's easier to put one dome than to put 8 million more rocks. So I just made a dome. Wow. I just put the dome, didn't make it. Someone else made it. Thank you very much, whoever made the dome. Alright, get the gist. Again, I wanted to do colors on this, but each little speck you see here is one little water spigot shooting the sprays of water around. And you can see it right now, but it's not that bad. When you put the lights, that's all you see is speck, 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 speck everywhere. You don't see the water at all. So it's just stupid looking. So we went without the lights. Right, we're underground. And it's really hard to see all this as you're going because you're literally going 100 miles an hour. But there's our Big Ben, this giant hot air balloon thing, airship. So the loop actually goes around it. This bridge right here is actually the same bridge I have outside that we go under. And I'll just show you real quick. This is just like how close it gets to the balloon. I played around with this. It took a little while to get that balloon in there. I had to delete a chunk of the top, some other little pieces on the bottom, and then just keep moving it back and forth and getting it in there. Not gonna lie, there's a little spot. I don't know if it's on this side or if it's on this side. But if you sit all the way on one of the side seats, you kind of clip it a little. It happens. That's why you turn the options off, so that there are no collision damage. Otherwise, you could never make freaking anything in this game if you do that. I mean, you could, but not for a casual person that's trying to do this with any reasonable amount of time. This took me over a month to make this as it is. So there's another one of these towers. I put clocks all around, so you could attempt to see them. This little guy is actually like a robotic spider of sorts. There were some flames that shoot out of his little horns, eyes, whatever these are right here. They shoot flames. It took away from being able to see everything else. Like, they were such big flames and bright flames that you couldn't see all the other theming around it, so I just took the flames away. Little airship, and that's pretty much it. You kind of seen the whole thing. Little airship here, and past the Big Ben and back up into the station. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. I'll try and send you a quick clip, but that's the overview of the steampunk coaster, the Vortex in Time. Thanks for checking it out.